Okay, so today I'm going to show you guys my predictions of MCC14 and the aftermath of MCC14, and talking about like all the drama a bit and all that stuff, and just talking about the placements really overall. Hope you guys enjoy. Stick through the video, keep on watching it for more content like this. I'll be doing a lot more MCC content, and yeah, enjoy the video. Okay, so my thoughts on the event were, number one, Scott shouldn't be getting all of this hate. Yeah, he did it was kind of a bit like, he knows all of it before, but he's literally said he's not gonna, do the match before the event, so it's not gonna happen ever again. And also though, it doesn't really matter that much though, does it? I mean, yeah, he did. It was a bit, I mean, I understand why people were mad, but he's the one who makes the whole event. Like, he's the person who controls it. If Scott wasn't there, the event wouldn't exist. So you can't do anything about that. It's fine. But anyway, I thought Aquax though. I think they deserved it anyway. I think they were a great team. And the H-bomb glitch, that's just a glitch. If anyone got that glitch, anyone would do it. So he shouldn't be getting any hate. But I think almost the hate stopped now. But yeah, I just wanted to say that real quickly. But wait, real quickly though, I'm just gonna tell you guys what my predictions were before the event. I did this pretty much the day after all the teams got announced, so I'll run you through my predictions. Number 10, Cyan Creepers. Number 9, Orange Ocelots. Number 8, Pink Parrots. Number 7, Yellow Yaks. Number 6, Purple Pandas. Number 5, Red Rabbits. Number 4, Lime Larbers. Number 3, Green Guardians. Number 2, Blue Bats. And number 1, Aquaxolotls. Okay, so let's just start off from number 10. I said there'd be Siren Creepers coming number 10, and they came number 9. But they didn't get last place though. Lime Lavas came last place. So I was actually surprised by it. I put them in 4th. Now, the only reason I really put them in 4th, because Fruits had a similar team like this before. I think he was with, I think it was with Folsom Cub Fan, and then I think it was with Smallish Beans instead of Rendog. I can't remember fully. I haven't been like focusing on like the past MCC teams, but I think that was a team, and they did good. They did good in that team. So yeah, I think that was very surprising. Lime Llamas coming 10th, but they had like a bit of down for like Fruit Berries. I don't think he did as good like in Sky Battle. I think Sky Battle was possibly their best game because I know it lasted late game for a lot of the Sky Battles, because I remember Tommy did that absolutely sick clip on Lime Llamas, and then the next game he put TNT up on them. But Fruit's just genuinely so cracked. That's why I put him 4th, because I don't think Fruit could possibly be in a bottom place team, just how good he is. But that is not the case, so my predictions are already wrong from number 10, but Cyan Creepers, they obviously didn't do that good, but it was Baron Skeppy's first event, so it's going to be hard for them to do well. It's for saying it's two people's first event, and then Puffy's about a top 20, top 25 player, and Tapal's a top 10 player, but I think Tapal underperformed. I haven't watched their POV yet, but I don't think Tapal got top 10, so it makes sense why they're number 9. But yeah, so they came 9th, that's good, and Orange Ocelots came 8th. I predicted them to be 9, and realistically, the only reason I predicted them to be 9 is because they have Quig. He's obviously he's an S tier player. He's top 5, top 3 most events, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't think he didn't get top 3, because top 3 was Sapnap, Puns, and Pete. So I don't think he got top 3, but Quig is always like, he's a top 5 player, Quig is. So that's why I predicted them to become a bit lower. I wanted to put them higher. I wish they could be like in my 7th place or above. But they have Kara, Shubble, and Error, which are all like top 25 players. I've never really watched Kara's POV. The only POV I've watched of Kara was MCC1. So Kara, no, I don't know if she's like a top 20, top 25. I don't think I don't know. She's not. She's going to be a top 25 player or a top 30 player, I think, or she might be a top 35 player, like around that place. So she's obviously lower down in the board, so I had to put them in 9th because I can't give them any higher, unfortunately. For seeing how good all the other teams are, they can't be that high if they have 3, let's just say top 25 players. So I can't put them that high. So I put them in 9th. Then 8th, I put Pink Parrot. Now, the only reason I put them in 8th, I mean, I love all of these people in Pink Parrots. I'm a big fan of all of them. But it's Jack's first event, so I can't put them too hard. Whenever it's normally someone's first event, they don't do as good, so it puts down the team a little bit. But I think actually I watched a bit of Jack's POV, and I actually he did very good in survival games because I remember him and Fundy went to go attack Red Rabbit. Fundy did absolutely terrible play and went chasing after them. That was stupid of him. But Jack, he tried to fight him a bit, and then he ran away. It was the best thing he could have done. What Jack had to do right there was go away, keep on surviving, try and get the survival point, and then at the very end just try and clean a bit, like what Puns did. You saw him at the very end cleaning some people. That was very good at Puns. Honestly, I think Puns deserved number 1. Realistically, Pete, he always gets number 1, really. He's always like a top 3 player. But this event, Puns did so good in that. I mean, I was so impressed with Puns. Because, I mean, I thought Sapnap would be the best player in the team, but Puns was. And Puns and Sapnap, they both got 2 and 3. But Puns was better, the better player in that event than Sapnap. So I just want to say that real quickly. But anyway, yeah, going back to Pink Parrots. And Fundy and Phil, another reason I put them lower is if there was Rocket Spleef, I would think they'd get higher. But in my predictions, so Rocket Spleef wasn't in the event, obviously, but they did good in Hole in the Wall. I think their best game was Hole in the Wall. I think they came second in Hole in the Wall. But yeah, they realistically got 6th. So I was 2 places off of that. So that's annoying, but I mean, I'm glad they got high because I was scared they weren't going to get that high. Anyway, for number 7, I had Yellow Yaks, which actually got 5th. Now, I don't know why I put them in 7th. I think I should have been paying more attention to this team. It's SB and Kratzy. Now, Sylvie and Dan, Sylvie's a top 30, top 30 player, and Dan's like a top 30, top 25 player. So it's not that good. They're both like kind of average players. Like I'd say they're like Shovel and Error. I'd say it's like that. So and then Kratzy is absolutely cracked. Now I don't know why he actually got in this event. I think he probably got top 10 though somewhere. And SB who got 14th. Now SB, I think he's going to be one of those person who's going to get like a really good event because I've heard like people saying that like, he's absolutely cracked he is, and he's been practicing a lot as well, and I've seen like him in Ace Race, he does good, he's good at like parkour and all that stuff. So SP, I genuinely see him getting into A tier because A tier is kind of like Tommy level, like A tier is Tommy, Vicstar, Tommy Vicstar, Phil, like I'd say Wilbur's a B tier player. I don't know what all the tiers are like, but like, I'd say Tommy's like an A tier player and Vicstar like they're A tier players, they're A tier players. Punch is an A tier. Well, yeah, Punch will be S tier. But they can't give him S tier just yet because he's only been in 3 events, so they can't give him S tier just now. The next S tier, I believe, will be H-Bomb or Sapnap. They'll be one of the S tiers. I think H-Bomb and Sapnap, they already should be S tiers, but H-Bomb's been like trying to get into S tier for ages now, but he hasn't been going in. But anyway, Kratzy's an S tier player. If you think of it, Kratzy's basically like Dream or Techno. He's basically he's not as good as them, but Kratzy, he's just like this. He's just like below them. He is. He's just below them because he's just good at everything. He's good at PvP. He's good at parkour. He's just good. I think the worst game he probably has is build mod, but it's most people's worst game. But Yellow Yaks, they did good. They did. I mean, I haven't watched their POV yet, but I probably will. I'll probably watch Kratzy's POV, but I probably should. If I actually concentrated on predicting more, I probably would have gave Yellow Yaks higher. But anyway. Now we're going on to number 6, which I put in Purple Pandas. Now, Purple Pandas, they're good too. They got 3rd in the actual event. But the reason I put them a bit lower, I mean, Pete's obviously, he's the best player in the whole event. He's the literal best possible player. He gets first most events. Then you have In the Little Wood, Orion Sound and Graham. Now, I don't know why I put actually no, I understand why I put him in 6, because with me, Pete's always a top 6. He's always in a top 6 team, Pete is. No matter what, he does good every event. In every event, he's going to be a top 6 player. But the reason what put me down a bit was Orion Sound, Green, and Littlewood. Now, I think the second best player in this team will be Martin in Littlewood, and then the furthest best is probably. I mean, I've never watched actually Orion Sound play him. MCC. I'm much Green POV either, but I reckon they're both top 20, top 30 players. Top 30 players, I'd say them both are. Martin, I'd give a top 20 player. I think he got 17th for this event, or like 16th. So he's a top 20 player. Now, I didn't think they'd be performing that well in like PvP games. I don't think they performed well in Sky Battle, but in survival games, I'm pretty sure they were one of the last teams to be like all alive and doing pretty good. Yeah, they were. So yeah, that was good of them. They were doing good in survival games, and they obviously will do good in Build Mart and all those games. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they got third, but I predicted them to come sixth personally. Now we have Red Rabbits fifth, and what they actually came was fourth. And this team consists of Nietzsche, Tommy Innit, Tubbo, and Vicstar. Now, this team, if Ace Race didn't happen, if Ace Race, like, they didn't get, like, obviously Tommy, he got lost in Ace Race and he came, like, second to 38th or something like that. I think they'd be in dodgeball. I think it'd be a tough thing between Purple Pandas and Red Rabbits to get to dodgeball. So it'd be a big battle between Aqua, Purple, and Red. And it was early on in the game, but later on in the game they kind of did bad because Red Rabbits at their first game of Battle Box, I think they beat Aqua, and it looked good, but then it kind of went downhill from there. So that wasn't good. But I mean, personally, Red Rabbits, I always want Tommy's team to win. Whenever Tommy and Tubbo is together, I always want them to win. But they didn't. They came fourth. So I mean, at the start of the event, I was actually pretty hopeful. I was like, oh shit, they actually might get top 2. But they didn't. They got screwed over by end game. That sometimes happens. That happens a lot. I see that happen a lot with Tommy. But I'm glad to see Vic back in the event. Vic is the reason what got me into MCC, because I've been watching MCC from the very start, from the first event. Now it seems weird because I became a fan of Tommy in like around a year ago now, like end of May, start of June, like mid June. But so yeah, but Vicstar, I've been a fan of Vicstar for years. I've been a fan of Vicstar since like 2017, 2018. So I've been watching Vicstar for a while. So yeah, that's where I got MCC from. So that Vicstar's the one who brought MCC to me, and I love to see Vic back in the event. And also I think Vic came like 18th round there this season. But I truly believe once Vic's back into a few more events, because obviously his last MCC was MCC5. That was the last MCC he was in. So 9 MCCs ago he was last in, but he's in this one. And I think after the first event he's done okay. He's done good for a return. And I think in the next 2 events, he'll be getting back up to top 10, becoming one of the top A tier players, coming near to S tier. I think Vic will become to that. But also, it's going to be a lot harder for Vic now because all the players have improved insanely and there's a lot more better players now. Back in MCC5, there wasn't that many good players. The best player was still Pete, and then it was kind of Quig and Pete. Techno, they were the best ones. I mean, back in MCC5, Dream wasn't even in the event. He came MCC6. So, Vicstar, I'm glad to see him back in there, and I truly do believe he'll get better over the next few events. Anyway, in number 4, I had Lime Llamas when they realistically came in 10th. Now, this was a big shocker to you. I thought Lime Llamas would at least be coming top 5, but they came 10th. And I saw in Parkour Tag, because I was watching CPK stream yesterday, and apparently in Parkour Tag, they were throwing against Purple. They were trying, I don't know why they did that. I mean, I know they want Green to win because they can tell they're not going to compare with that. Genuinely, that isn't good. That isn't good of them. You can't be doing that. Next event, they better not be doing that. But, I mean, Purple Panthers, they didn't win anyway, but yeah, they can't be doing that. But Parkour Tag was very laggy as well. I saw like Faults was invisible and she like tagged Tommy and all those when he couldn't even see them. So that was a bit weird. But yeah, they came in 10th. I'm genuinely, after like seeing like a bit of their POVs and stuff, I'm not surprised. They didn't do good. They didn't have the hottest event. Their best game was Sky Battle. I'm pretty sure they didn't do good in survival games because I didn't see them late game. Also, wait, I just completely forgot to talk about Red's survival games. Holy shit, they did so good. I haven't been talking about their games, but I'm going to talk about their games later. But genuinely, they did so good in survival games. Oh my god, did you see them? All 4 of them survived, and they had the perfect game plan. Tommy's a very good like team leader in like survival games and PvP based games. Tommy had an insane sky battle when like he placed the creepers in llamas. That was crazy. He had a good sky battle, but survival games, he did what you perfectly have to do. You go in, you try and do pickings, you try and do damage to them, get damage done on them, and then you run back. You all stay as a team, and you pick on players, and then you retreat, and then you keep on picking on them, and you just get damage done, and you get kills, and also bowing from far away, and also the one main strat, what won them the game, the boat strat. Anyway, let's get back onto Lime Llamas. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty done with Lime Llamas. I don't really have to say much more for them. They just underperformed. They didn't do well. Anyway, number 3, I had Green Guardians. Now, Green Guardians, they honestly did a good job. I saw that dream on Twitter saying that, sorry guys, I disappointed all of you. I did have the best event. But genuinely, they did good. I think they just had a bit, they had a bit of a stinker in a few games. They didn't do that good in what games. I think they had they didn't have a good survival game. I saw they got wiped by blue bats early in the game, and then Sky Battle they died. And I think if genuinely they did better in like those games, I think they'd be a top 5 team. But unfortunately to them, that didn't happen, and they got a bit screwed by the games where they should have done good and they didn't do that good in. So I'm actually genuinely upset they didn't do hard, because this was a good chance for Captain to get a top 2 team, but unfortunately he didn't. But I did predict it to be in third to third. That was very nice of me, but nah, I think they did good. I don't think Dream should be putting like this all in himself, saying that like he didn't do good. He did do good, realistically. Number 2, which I predicted, was Blue Bat, and now technically Blue Bat did get number 2, but realistically they got number 1 in points, but they lost in dodgeball. I put Blue Bats in 2, just genuinely how good H-Bomb is. H-Bomb and Scott are like a really good combination with each other, and Wisp, who is also a really good PvPer, and he can carry that team. And then Jimmy's like a top 25 player, but Jimmy, I think he's going to get better. I think Jimmy can become a top 15 player, top 20 player. Now, I don't really know much about Jimmy, but I think they count him as a top 25 player. But I've seen a bit of him in the event. I think he'd become like a top 15 player if like Jimmy does a lot more practice, and I think he can do good. And Wisp, I think he's like a top 20 player, but he's only been in a few events, and realistically Wisp going to be a top 10, top 15 player. And Scott is obviously a top 15 player, and H-Bomb's always a top 10 player. And a lot of debate saying H-Bomb should be S tier or not. H-Bomb should be S tier. He's a really good team leader. He's a very good hype man, and he's just good all around. Anyway, but yeah, they came number 1 in my predictions. Aquaslottos did, but they did technically come number 1, but they came number 2 and won in dodgeball, and Blue Bats came in number 2. And I put Blue Blats came in number 2 in dodgeball. But I mean, I guess my top 2 were technically right. Aquaslottos did really get 2, but realistically they won. They won the event. They did. So yeah, I didn't get really any of the predictions right, I don't think. Number 10 I had cyan, number 9 I had orange, number 8 pink, number 6 purple, number 7 yellow, number 6 purple, number 5 red, number 4 lime. Yeah, I didn't get anything right except from kind of the top 2. But anyway, that's really going to be the video. Now, for the rest of the video, it's really going to be me talking about Tommy and Puns, because I really want to speak about how them. Now, Tommy came 9th this event, but Tommy genuinely did such a good job at this event. He's literally, realistically, the best team player. He's the he's literally so good. He seems like he's going to be like the next H-bomb, like the best team player. He knows what to do. He's can control the team. He can wellly. He can tell them what to do. He had a great survival game. He had a great sky battle, and I don't think he had many good other games. I think his best games was survive all games and sky battle. But I just quickly want to talk about like how good he's done this event, and he's a very good team leader. Now then, I want to talk about Pun's. This is Pun's best event, and I think it will be one of his best events ever. He did such a good job in survival games. He was doing the exact thing he should have done. He was getting kills. He came number 1 in Sky Battle. He was doing great. And now, Pete. I think he almost had 4,000 points. I think Pun's had like 3,500 and Satnap had like 3,400. But realistically, Pun should be number 1. He had such a good event. He did good in like all the games he did. And obviously he didn't do good in dodgeball. He missed every shot, but that happens sometimes. Aqua had the best dodgeball team there possibly could be. But yeah, also I just want to talk about Jack and Bad and Skeppy. This will be the very last thing I want to talk about in this. Jack, Bad and Skeppy. I truly believe Jack can become a top 20 player. I didn't see what place he became, but I saw like him playing. Obviously, I said this before, and he was doing good. He was doing the perfect thing in survival games, and he was doing decent. Like he could be a decent top 25 player or that solid top 20 player. And Bad and Skeppy, I haven't watched their POV yet, but I saw them. I thought they'd do very good in survival games, but I don't think they did get that good. I think Tapple kind of underperformed. So, I mean, all I remember seeing from Silent Creeper survival games is Captain Puffy getting blown up by Tommy. That's kind of fucked, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, I thought that'd be their best game. I think they'd do good to get the other side for some reason, but I haven't really watched their POV. But next event, I'm going to speak a bit more. I'm going to be doing a lot more MCC videos and talking about MCC and just doing a lot more stuff with MCC. And let me know down below as well if you want to see like some analysis. I could do that. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you just want more videos like this, just me kind of speaking over my predictions, speaking about, like, the event, speaking just about the teams in general, genuinely leave a comment down below and I'll consider doing a lot more videos about this. Anyway, I'm going to be back soon a lot more, with a lot more videos I will. There'll be me reacting to the Quackity little video coming out soon, hopefully. I shan't really have the time to edit. I've been going through a lot of stuff recently. I can't really have the time to do a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but I'll see you guys soon, and peace.